it's not the circumstances for elite quarterback play, but it is the circumstances for solid week-to-week action. So he's right at the end of the list of quarterbacks you can pick if you want to avoid picking a quarterback early in the draft. The last one on that list would be Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is at number 10 mostly because there's question marks. Okay, he was hurt playing through last season, and he's got a new offense. New offense could be great because McCarthy was bad. It could be terrible because, it's a young guy who hasn't seen enough and bit off more than he can chew at the head coaching position managing this offense. Aaron Rodgers has proven that he can go past that because he did with McCarthy, but there's still the question of health. So he's got a better defense, though, so it's not all on him, and better defense usually means the quarterback is going to have more opportunities to put up points. So yeah, he's still solid, he's still a number one quarterback, but only if you're focusing on other skill positions before QB. Now we get into the backups. They are Baker Mayfield at number 11 because, well, he's got a lot of talent around him, and he showed a lot of promise last year, so he's going to be better. He's going to put up some points fantasy-wise. He's just not quite there with the experience to really dissect defenses like the guys above him. After that, we have Tom Brady. He's ageless, and nobody ever puts him in the top as a quarterback for fantasy, but that's because he's a football-first guy, not a numbers-first guy, okay? He will check into a running play. And he's got very talented running backs there in James White, Sony Michel, and whoever the other guy is. Rex Burkhead. So they're going to be probably a run-first team with the absence of Gronk, and that's going to reduce Tom Brady's numbers, but he's still, the greatest quarterback that the game's ever seen. So he's going to put up numbers enough to be a top-level backup, maybe even your starter by the end of the season. After Brady, I have Kirk Cousins, mostly because I hate him. He's great for fantasy. He's bad for football. He's not going to win the crunch time games. So early season, he's going to warrant starting. All right? He really will. When the pressure is on and he has to push a team into the playoffs, he will choke. All right? He will choke like a first-year porn star, all right? He just doesn't have the practice on that big old monster yet. So, yeah, he's not going to bring you through the playoffs. He'll get you to the playoffs in your league, but much like the playoffs in football, he doesn't really know what that's all about for fantasy football. The last few games of the season, he's going to let you down. Cam Newton, I have next. He runs, he throws. Do we really know what that's going to be down there in Carolina? He's not shown enough consistency. I mean, since his MVP season, he's really tailed off. And I guess he played hurt most of last season. And if we're taking them at their word, he's going to be better. But you cannot bank on that, okay? Stow him away as a backup quarterback that might be your starter by the end of the year. Lastly, we're rounding it out with number 15, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is here because he's got a very good offensive group with Amari Cooper and Zeke Elliott catching all sorts of touchdowns from him. But he himself hasn't shown to be an elite talent, and we haven't seen him throw with enough anticipation to really produce gaudy quarterback numbers. And you can't expect it because you haven't seen it yet. So that's it for my quarterback list. Going much further than that is kind of dumb. So, argue with me all you want, guys, okay? I'm here to take that kind of punishment. I do that for you. Let's talk about this through the season, through the preseason, because this list will probably change. And like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'm going to be hitting you up with fresh fantasy football content throughout the season. So hit me up before you check your lineup all year round. We will see you rounding it out with the defense video next.